In the quiet, in the stillness, I know that
Man, you know, just about every like classroom I walked into was like a new challenge, and I never felt prepared. I never felt ready. I never knew what I was gonna say. Even in the middle of the classes, I was just like, what am I doing here? Like, why am I in this room in Africa talking to these kids about sex and abstinence and Jesus? But yeah, just like really learning to trust in God and not be doing this stuff on our own power and knowledge, I think was a real big challenge.
What way were you surprised by God the most? This is serious interview time.
This is serious. I did not run through the back of your interviews. What was the question?
In what way were you surprised by God the most throughout this trip, if you indeed were?
Just how he works with things, like he surprised me and just like by not working the way I expected, like some people have already said, like I expected to be like in tents and in huts and stuff, and I didn't expect everyone to be living in huts because I've seen pictures of Bentuk and stuff, but like I expected us to have a lot more primitive living conditions, and just like that was really surprising when we had this big house, and it was hard to deal with at first, just like thinking, man, this like the devil was just like, what kind of missionary are you, living in a two house, well, they're really going at it over there, but
There's no room. Choose to wait.
Get that on film.
But like living in a two-story house and having a housekeeper that would iron our clothes and stuff was really a surprise, that God would do that, and just understanding that God wants to do things like that, and like surprise us in ways that will give us joy and make our lives easier,
Yeah.
Like I think this whole idea of missionary to Americans is like, man, you gotta give up so much stuff, you gotta live this hard life, and sometimes that's true, but like that doesn't mean everything God's gonna like go out of his way to make things hard on you and uncomfortable. So that was a big surprise and learning experience myself.
Is there anything else that you want to share that was significant to you for this trip or from the team that you're going to carry away with you?
Oh, I have a question before you answer that. So, Teacher Daniel,
Yes.
you really stepped in as a leader this trip, especially with the absence of ours.
Oh, that's a good one.
And do you feel like God grew you in that way, in that experience?
I tell you what, it was challenging for me because when Ed left, like I didn't realize everything that he did, and then all of a sudden, like I have all this money that I have to deal with, and I have this phone, which means like I kind of had to like talk to people and try and iron out stuff, and like it was stressful at first, just thinking, man, I feel like I should know what's going on. I feel like I should know how to tell people when we're gonna be places and stuff. But I didn't want to overstep anyone was another thing, because like I'm just another member on this team. But I feel like God helped me do that. Helped me drive on the roads and stuff. And I prayed that he wouldn't make me drive the bus. And he came through on that one. But I don't really feel like a leader. Like I don't feel like, even though I had maybe these other responsibilities, I don't feel like it was anything significant. I feel like just another member of the team. And like everyone was there to help me the whole time through and making decisions and stuff like that with the money. Like I really feel like it was a team. I just kind of had like the control, the final, I had those things in my possession, but I hope that the whole team felt like they had just as much say as resources.
I have another question. How did it feel being one of two men on the team?
One of two dudes.
One of two dudes, man.
Gentlemen. No, you know, when I first found out that I was the only guy and there were 6 girls, I was just like, man, you know, I didn't really have any thoughts. I was just kind of like, this could be interesting, you know. But I knew at the same time, like, I knew it wasn't like the situation I wanted. But I knew I was gonna go, just because I felt like God was calling me into that. I felt strongly convicted, and especially after orientation, you know. But like, I don't know. It was really good when I found out Andrew was coming, just because I knew I wouldn't be the only guy. And it's not a huge deal, honestly, you know. Like, I mean, I feel like we were a good team. I wouldn't have anyone else, you know, on this trip, anyone different. I feel like this team was good, is who God wanted, you know. Like, to ask for more guys just because, you know, would be kind of silly, I think. This is the way God wanted it. So, yeah, it poses its little challenges. But, you know, but it was good. I feel like Andrew and I were able to connect and stuff and get enough. But, yeah, I don't really have anything deep to say. I love you guys. I love everyone. It's been a great experience. And I really feel like God's been working in people's lives here and in our lives. So I'm excited to see and keep in touch with everyone and see what God's up to.